Hello and happy Wednesday night, folks. We are here for our nightcap of another great day of PIHANA action. We find ourselves at the RBC Center here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as they welcome in their rivals from America, the Detroit Trappers, the two top teams in the league, ready to go to battle here tonight. Opening draw ready to go, and it is won by Toronto. Johansson flips the puck up to Olsen. Olsen will enter the zone. Retreats to Kawaguchi, now to Alexanderson. One-timer! Puck hops in the air, and it'll actually land on top of the net and be cleared away by Detroit, so a good opportunity there. And Falk able to get enough of it. Shot stop there, and it'll get poked to the corner. Belotis in net for Toronto. Falk in net for Detroit. Detroit continues to try to figure out their goaltending situation. They've been winning games, but they have not really had the consistency in net that they would like to have. Kawaguchi now with an opportunity against Ovoskadachenko. Pauses, tries to get to the middle of the net, and it's bumped off his stick. Puck is sent out of the zone. Alexanderson with it. He'll retreat into the neutral zone over to Johansson. Now Kawaguchi will enter. Kawaguchi across to Olsen. Oh, and the shot just goes wide. Detroit on the puck. It'll be Lackinen. He gets it poked away by Jeremiah. Puck comes on net to Falk, and he will scoop that with his glove and hold right there. So now face off here, second line against second line. Helm will go up against Marshall. And Helm with the win. Carolinen looks to get it out of the zone. He will to Helm. They'll advance to Thornburg. Thornburg to the middle. Gets it poked off the stick. Lane Allard on it. Lane Allard gets the red line and will flip in. Brock pressed to the boards there by Marshall. Puck will get kicked to the far corner where Carolinen will scoop it up. Carolinen gets it knocked away there. Puck is loose behind the cage, and then Falk will come around to the side and get a glove on that to stop any momentum there from Toronto in their forecheck. So now Fetisov against Helm. Fetisov wins it back. Johansson with a slap shot, and it goes high. Ostergaard with it. He'll send it behind the net. Brock will pick it up, being watched there by Costa. Puck is flipped in front. Thornburg now to Helm. Helm with some skating room. Going up against Johansson. Gets it to the middle. They can't get a shot away. Thornburg now on his backhand over to Helm. Helm can't get a shot away. Thornburg now denied by Belotis. He will get a glove on that and keep play going. Alexanderson advances to Fetisov. Fetisov to the red line and in. Brock, the first one on it behind his own net. We'll send it cross ice to Carolina, now to Toivonen. Kristi Toivonen across the blue line, dumps it back to Markov. Markov kicked out by Belotis. Jeremiah now advances to Costa. Costa with Fetisov in tow. Costa retreats to the corner, waiting for a change to happen, and Markov now with the puck. He gets slammed into the Toronto bench there as Alexanderson will pick it up. He almost turns it over. Good forecheck here from Detroit. Fetisov now with enough skating room to clear it. Fetisov at the far boards, over to Long. In front to Bo, can't get a shot away. Puck is loose in that high slot, and it's taken away by Detroit. Markov now, 13:20 left here in the first. Big hit there, right inside the blue line. And Detroit will tag up, and now Ovoskadachenko will bring it in. Ovoskadachenko back to the point to Markov with a slap shot, and it's denied by Belotis. So a one-timer from the point from Ilya Markov. And it was denied there. Marshall now against Martelli. Fourth line out there for Detroit. Second line for Toronto. They've been able to roll their lines, and they're back around to the second line. Ignatov gets it sticked away, and it'll come out of the zone. Ovoskadachenko, first one to it. He'll retreat a little bit, and now advance it to Coy. Coy gets bumped off the puck there. To Bo with it. Bo will get it up to Arvidsson. Arvidsson will skate. He's got room up that left-hand side. Now Marshall, he gets it poked away. Coy now with it. Coy tries to retreat, and he'll be pinned to the boards there. Oh, and Ovoskadachenko with a good hit on Allard. So he was trying to come in to dig away at the puck. Martelli now with it. Martelli gets it sticked away. Marshall battles for it. It'll come to Arvidsson. Arvidsson goes cross ice to Allard. Allard looking to advance it up ice. He gets the red line, and they'll just flip it in. Kaba and Marshall will battle for it in the corner. Kaba able to skate away. And now Yevgeny Kovalenko against Svensson. Gets bumped off the puck. Puck is still loose there, and Svensson will take it away, get it up to Olsen, and Olsen will flip in. Puck comes all the way around. Ovuskadachenko pressed there by Kawaguchi. Puck kicked to the far boards where Kaba will skate onto it. He'll advance to Ristolainen. Ristolainen hammered just outside the blue line, excuse me. Sigurdsson on it. He'll advance to Kawaguchi, who gets obliterated there by Ristolainen. Kawaguchi slow to get up. Olsen will flip in. Jeremiah on it. Jeremiah looking for an option. He'll be able to kick it over to Olsen. Jeremiah now with it to Olsen. Puck comes on net to Falk, and he'll hold right there. So 9-10 remaining here in the first, still scoreless. Big hit delivered there to Victor Kawaguchi. He's on the bench still, did not go back to the dressing room, so he is all right to play as far as we can tell. Sigurdsson loses the puck there. Helm will pick it up. 3-on-2 here for Detroit if they're quick. Thornburg can't get the shot through. Good body position by Bowman. Puck is loose in front of Bowman, able to carry it away. Now long to Medved. Medved trying to get around Jacobson. He's unable to. Tiketovic will take it. He'll advance to Thornburg, who flips on the backhand. Picked up by Alexanderson on the far side. Now Cousins with it. Bring Cousins in the neutral zone, ahead to Long. Puck is knocked away there, and it will come to the near boards. Toivonen advances to Helm. Helm gets it sticked away, and now Costa will have it. Costa advanced to Medved. Medved far past to Long here on the near boards. Costa will pick up the loose puck. Alexanderson, the long shot kicked out. Fetisov was in position there, but it went right through his skates on the rebound attempt. Fetisov will get back with it, tried to get it to Long, but he was still kind of gathering himself from the hit. And it will exit the zone for Toronto. Turned over Martelli over to Thornburg, and he's denied there. Good opportunity, and Belotis able to stop that one. 6 minutes left here in the first. Long with a little opportunity. He's bumped off by Tiketovic. Jacobson will skate onto it. He'll get it to Coy. Francis Coy hammered there. Good shoulder by Johansson. Over to Alexanderson, now to Allard. Allard retreats a step and now looks to advance. Puck will come back around to Allard with some speed. He'll enter the zone, being watched there by Brock. To the middle to Arvidsson. Shot doesn't get through. Puck is loose in that high slot. Alexanderson tries a shot and it was kicked away by Ristolainen. Jacobson to Kovalenko. Evgeny Kovalenko. Sticked away at the blue line. He'll stick with it. And now Marshall will have it in the corner. Marshall kicks it up the boards. It'll come to Allard to Johansson. And they'll cycle out of the zone. Arvidsson in on that far side. He gets it sticked away by Brock. They'll battle for it in the corner. Kept in by Thibault. Thibault to Arvidsson. He's in the corner. Looking to get to the middle. Jumps off his stick. And now I think we're going to have a penalty coming up here. Nope. Thought there was a trip, but no call. Looks like it's coming. Ristolainen with a chance. Kicked out by Belotis. There was a rebound available, but no one home for Detroit. Marshall across the blue line. Cade Marshall with a shot. It's denied by Falk, and he will hold right there. Cade Marshall on a bit of a cold streak. 3 straight games without a point for the second line center. He is one of the league leaders in that top 15 for points in the early season. Has not had anything as of late, so let's see if he can get things turned around here at home against a very good Detroit team. Jeremiah with the hill advance to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi, just gets the red line and gets it in. Brock going to be pressed there by Olsen. Jeremiah digs it out. Gets it to Thibault, now to Olsen. Olsen on the backhand to Jeremiah, denied there by Falk. Now behind the net, Kawaguchi's shot is blocked in front. Kawaguchi back to Jeremiah, he's denied. Olsen denied on the rebound there. So great offense here from this top line for Toronto. See if they can get anything. Puck will be flipped in deep. Brock on it. He'll advance to Carolinen. Carolinen able to get it out of the zone to Markov. So great pressure there from that top line. Stopped there by Belotis, and he will hold right there. They had about 3 opportunities right in there on Falk. And he was able to stand tall against it all. Fetisov now against Helm. Pretty continuous action here in the first. We just have a minute left. Kaba shot goes wide. Looks like it was deflected in front. Toivonen kicks it up the boards to Thornburg, and a blocker save by Belotis. Thibault pressed there by Thornburg. They'll battle in the corner, and Thibault will be able to skate it away. Get it over to Costa. Advance to Ostergaard. 23 seconds left. Ostergaard gets bumped off the puck, and Toivonen skates onto it. Ovuskadachenko, who had the hit just moments ago, will flip it in. 5 seconds left here. Svensson looking to clear for Toronto. He'll advance to Ostergaard. Ostergaard will skate it away. Get it over to Costa. Advance to Ostergaard. 23 seconds left. Ostergaard gets bumped off the puck, and Toivonen skates onto it. Ovuskadachenko, who had the hit just moments ago, will flip it in. 5 seconds left here. Svensson looking to clear for Toronto. Ostergaard turns it over. Opportunity here, but the horn will sound right there, and so that'll bring the first 20 minutes to an end here at RBC Center in Toronto. And we have a scoreless first period, which is what we had last night as well, and then we had 5 goals scored in the second period. So we'll see if these teams can duplicate what they did last night, but we'll take our first intermission and rejoin you for the start of the second period right after this. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. I am Let's Talk here with you at RBC Center. Very clean first period, continuous action, good up and down tempo. Now we will start the second period here as we are scoreless between the Trappers and the Royals. They did the same thing last night in Detroit where these two teams met, and it was a 0-0 game after one. And just like that, Kovalenko scores. So a puck just kept in the zone. Couldn't quite tell who that was, if it was Ovoskatchenko. It looks like it was Kaba. Kept it just in the zone, and they were able to get Toronto out of position. And Kovalenko buries that one in the first 30 seconds of the period here. Set up by Ristolainen and Kaba. So now we have a 3-way tie at the top 4 goals between Kawaguchi, Kovalenko, and Helm. All 3 players in this game. Kawaguchi to the point to Johansson. He gets bumped off the puck. Jeremiah back to the point to Johansson. He's bumped off the puck once again. Over to Alexanderson now. And one-timer there. Oh, and it just goes wide. Great opportunity there for Toronto to get things back square. And it just goes wide of the cage. Johansson now down to Olsen. Up high to Alexanderson. To Jeremiah. Jeremiah retreats. He'll go down low to Olsen. Olsen bumped off the puck by Kaba. Now Kawaguchi scores! So the answer right there from Victor Kawaguchi. Again, we saw this last night. He scoreless first period. Morphed right into a 5-goal second period between these two teams. So now the face-off there. Ovoskatchenko in. Kicked away by Belotis. Puck is loose now behind the cage, and we are going to have a penalty. So it looks like an interference or a holding call. They're going to call interference on Alexanderson. Yep, so just that extra little shove as Lakanen had gotten rid of the puck. So now Detroit, just over 2 minutes into this second period. We already have a goal for each side. See if we can get another one here from Detroit. And that one will just squeak through. Not sure how exactly it got through, but Jay Ward gets the power play goal in quick order here for Detroit, set up by Helm and Horn. Puck looked like it just sort of leaked through Zigmar's Belotis there. And now Thornburg in front. Gets it denied there. Tebow over to Marshall. Up to Allard. Allard across the blue line. He'll pause. He'll retreat for a second. And now Marshall with a chance. Stop there. Ovoskatchenko able to clear to Toivonen and out of Thornburg. Thornburg will flip in. Puck will be picked up by Allard. Allard ahead to Marshall, now to Svensson. Svensson gets bumped off the puck. Marshall now to Tebow. Tebow tries to get it deep, but it actually deflects. He's able to then pick up the loose puck. In front, Kaba intercepts for Detroit. Now Thornburg over to Toivonen. Toivonen enters the zone. Toivonen with a shot. Stopped there by Belotis. Thornburg on the backhand looking to get something. Now Helm denied there, and Svensson over to Arvidsson, up to Marshall. Marshall will flip in. Puck comes all the way around. Ovoskatchenko pressed there by Arvidsson. And now another penalty here on Toronto, a holding call, I believe. Oh no, they are going to call a slash. Who came in there? Arvidsson, really. So let's see this one here. I didn't really see much. Saw them battling for the puck there. Yeah, that's... I know the game probably thinks that, you know, he hit the square button, but there wasn't any sort of slash or anything there. That was just... Yeah, I don't really agree with that call. See if Toronto can kill off what I believe in my estimation is not a great penalty call. 15-16 left here in the second. 2-1 Detroit. The offenses have picked it up a little here in the first 5 minutes of the second period. See if they can continue it. Puck one away. Brock denied. There was Kovalenko. Thornburg able to get to the puck first. And now kicked out there by Belotis. Puck will come all the way to the corner. Lackinen loses it. And now Johansson, he'll be able to get it out. Puck picked up by Brock, and he'll go on the skate ahead. Up to Lackinen, who's hammered there in the neutral zone. Bowman now over to Costa. Costa enters the zone, shorthanded. Retreats, gets it over to Johansson, who tries to get it deep. Now Costa with the takeaway. And I believe there's going to be a penalty here against Detroit now. So Lackinen going to be guilty of a slash, it looks like. Yep, Mats Lackinen going to be guilty of the slash there. So he'll take a seat for Toronto, or excuse me, for Detroit. Where we will go to a 4-on-4 for about 1:09. And then we'll have a power play in favor of Toronto. So Medved against Helm here in the dot. Helm able to win it back. Jacobson goes for a skate, looking to get it out of the zone. Even strength here at 4-on-4. Helm over to Thornburg. Thornburg can't get a shot through. Johansson picks it up. Gets it ahead to Medved on the near boards. He'll look to skate to the middle. Tries to send it to the center, and it was denied there. 30 seconds left of 4-on-4 time. Thornburg hammered there, and we are going to have a fight. Brock and Medved are going to go at it here as Thornburg gets hammered into the boards. Looks like Thornburg is okay, though, as he gingerly skates away from the action. So the two combatants go at it just inside the blue line. Bulls give two good uppercuts to each other. And down goes Medved. So Benny Brock able to come away with the win here. Get both benches up on their feet. Excited for what those two men just did, defending their teammates. So what was a very clean first period has slowed down considerably here in the second with some penalties, goals. Now let's see if we can get back into a rhythm here. We'll be 4-on-4 continued here for another 20 seconds. Thornburg gets it sticked away, and now Long will have it. Long will flip in. Puck will come all the way around where Jacobson can pick it up. 4 seconds left, and then it will be a Toronto power play. Carolina enters the zone and will flip in. They'll look for something shorthanded, and denied there was Thornburg. Long now with it. Long had the puck, and then he loses it to Helm. Helm going to be buried in the corner there. So a power play for another 30 seconds here for Toronto. Darren Long, power play goal last night. See if he can replicate that. Jeremiah tried to feed it down low to Arvidsson. Up high to Thibault. Back to Thibault. Slap shot denied there by Falk. He was able to get a pad on that and hold right there. We're still lining against Kawaguchi here. 13 seconds left here on the power play for Toronto. 12:43 in the second. Kawaguchi wins it back. Thibault with a slap shot glove by Falk. And he will hold right there. Puck might have been going wide. It looked like it was headed right for that post. That shot by Thibault, and it was denied. Another opportunity here to the left of Falk. Kawaguchi able to win it back. Arvidsson to Thibault, over to Jeremiah. Back to Olsen with a slap shot, and it was blocked. Puck will come out of the zone. So Toronto will have to reset. It'll come all the way down into the Toronto zone where Olsen will pick it up. He'll get it to Thibault. Thibault tries to advance, and it was intercepted by Kovalenko. Puck across to Tiketovic. Tiketovic will lose the puck. Picked up by Arvidsson with some speed, trying to get around Tiketovic. And Tiketovic able to catch up and rub him out on that attack there. Carolina being watched by Arvidsson. We'll flip it up ice to Horn. Horn, one-timer by Kovalenko and a blocker save by Belotis. Olsen kicks it up the boards. Kawaguchi will have it. Kawaguchi gets the red line and flips in. Arvidsson, the first one on it, but he's stapled to the boards by Tiketovic. He'll try to kick it free, and Horn will have it. Puck is loose. Arvidsson tried to get it back up the boards to Olsen, and it was picked off by Jay Ward. Ward to Kovalenko. Sticked away for a second. Kovalenko back on it. Evgeny Kovalenko gets bombarded there by a few Royals. And now Jeremiah on the near boards. He's plastered there by Tiketovic. Good hit by the defenseman. Now Ristolainen in. Gets it sticked away by Alexanderson. Puck is still in the zone. Lackinen tried to feed it down. Now the puck will come free. Oh, and Obuskadachenko just off the bench. Probably saved a breakaway there for Victor Kawaguchi. As he had an opportunity. Jeremiah. Puck is left there on the near boards, and now Johansson will have it. Under 9 minutes left here in the second. Fetisov into the zone. He's hit. Martelli loses the puck in the neutral zone, and Johansson will pick it up. Fetisov will flip in from the neutral zone. Martelli the first one on it. Not much forecheck in there for Toronto. See if they can get it after it now. Ristolainen turns it over to Fetisov in the neutral zone where Coy will take it. Carolinen in front. Denied there. Looked like Alexanderson blocked it. Did never get on net to Belotis. Allard will flip in. Fetisov digging in against Obuskadachenko. Oh, and Obuskadachenko with a good reverse hit on Fetisov. Terening Nadov now in. He'll get it sticked away. Martelli can't get a shot through. Obuskadachenko down low to Coy. Coy on the backhand. Oh, and the shot just goes wide. Puck comes to the corner where Allard will pick it up. Johansson now with it. Looks like Coy is injured. So he is behind the play. Unable to get up. So the second Detroit's able to touch up, they will get a whistle. And right there. So Francis Coy still down right in front of Zigmar's Belotis there. So you can see him holding his head in discomfort. He will go back to the dressing room with the trainer in tow. Face off now, Helm against Medved. Helm able to win it back. Carolinen over to Brock. 6.5 minutes left here in the second. 2-1 lead for the Trappers here on the road. They won the game last night against these same Royals. See if they can go 2-0 against them here in this quick little home-at-home series. Svensson goes up to Cousins. Cousins drags it through, and then it gets sticked away. Svensson with a chance goes wide. Cousins will pick it up behind the net. He'll go in front to Long. Denied by Falk. Carolinen able to get it free over to Toivonen. Toivonen looks to attack, and he will. He'll get it cross ice to Helm. Helm will enter the zone over to Thornburg. Stuart Thornburg with a shot. Oh, and it got behind Belotis, but he's able to dive back and get that puck away from the goal line. Just over 5 minutes left here in the second. Medved against Helm here. Fourth line for Toronto, see if they can get some energy going. Helm with the takeaway, and the shot just goes wide. Might have been tipped off the glove of Belotis. So Svensson with the turnover that almost led to the Helm opportunity in front. Long glides through over to Cousins, and it's blockered away. Kawaguchi the first one on it. He'll have it in the corner. He's hit there by Tiketovic. Puck sent ahead to Thornburg. Thornburg trying to glide through. He'll put the brakes on. Now get it across to Ward where it's denied by Belotis. Good one-timer by Jay Ward. Jeremiah turns it over to Jacobson, who just came off the bench. Thornburg loses the puck. It's still in the Detroit zone and then turned over. Goes cross ice to Cousins. Cousins will enter the zone. Cousins turns it over there. Thornburg being watched by Brent Cousins. Able to get free. He'll get it up to Ward. Jay Ward gets it sticked away. Jeremiah pounds him into the boards right near the Detroit bench. Tebow up to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi being watched by Jacobson. He's hammered in the corner. Puck comes free where Thornburg being watched by Allard. Horn in, glove by Belotis, and he will hold right there. 2:13 left here in the second. 2-1. Detroit lead on the Royals. Marshall against Lackinen now. Tied up there in the dot. And Marshall able to skate away with it. Press to the boards there. It'll be kicked free. Johansson now with it. Johansson looking to advance up ice. He turns it over. Puck is still loose in the Toronto zone. And now Kovalenko will have it. He'll kick it further down the boards. Try to keep the pressure on this Toronto team as they still can't get it out of the zone. And now they will. Marshall along the near boards trying to drag through a couple times on Tiketovic, and he was denied there by the Russian. Mats Lackinen being watched there by Johansson, able to get around him. Ristolainen, can't stuff it short side. Allard advanced to Marshall, now to Arvidsson. Arvidsson trying to get around Obuskadachenko. He just does. And he'll continue to be pestered there. Fetisov now to the front. Jamming out Fetisov, denied by Fall. Obuskadachenko picks up the puck. Kaba ahead to Ristolainen with 5 seconds left. Kovalenko, last opportunity, gets it sticked away. 2 seconds here. Kovalenko with one more chance. Can't get a shot on net, and the horn will sound, signifying the end of the second period. We have a 2-1 game, a great game here so far in Toronto. Here was the Ward goal. Yeah, it just slipped through the 5-hole of Belotis after Ward got a piece of the loose puck there. So we'll take our second intermission. That Ward goal is the leading goal at the moment on the power play. Here it is one more time on the replay. Oh no, that was the Kovalenko goal early in the period. My fault. Anyway, we're going to take our second intermission and we'll rejoin you for the start of the third period after a quick break. All right, folks, very quick break, and we are right back to the action here at RBC Center in Toronto. Kawaguchi against Lackinen, top line out there. A big third period coming between these two powerhouses of PIHANA competition. Jeremiah into the zone, and he's obliterated by Ovoskatchenko. Ristolainen trying to carry in front, denied by Belotis, and he will hold right there. So the 2 goals coming from the stick of Yevgeny Kovalenko and Jay Ward for Detroit, and Victor Kawaguchi with the lone goal for Toronto. 19.5 minutes here in the third. Big third period coming up. If Detroit's able to win this game in regulation, which is obviously a very good possibility the way they've been playing lately, they would then tie Toronto for the league lead in points. Toronto currently with a 3-point lead on the Trappers in that category. All that would really mean was just for home ice advantage. If both these teams were to get to the playoffs, there is no other special advantage for the league leading team. Ristolainen loses the puck there, and Ovoskatchenko picks it up. He'll get it to Kovalenko. Kovalenko hammered there, right about at center ice. Kawaguchi with a backhand flip over to Johansson, to Olsen, who beats Ovoskatchenko to the puck, and now they'll continue to battle for it. Lackinen with it. Lackinen sticked away by Johansson. Up ahead to Olsen. Olsen cuts to the middle. Olsen with a chance, denied by Falk, and he will hold right there. So Leif Olsen, well, the great opportunity gliding in. Marshall against Helm. Ovoskatchenko goes behind the cage, gets it up to Helm, and now Markov will have it. 3 minutes gone here in the third. Detroit trying to hold on to this 1-goal lead. Something that Toronto was unable to do last night. They entered the third period with a 3-2 lead and gave up 2 quick goals to Detroit to give them the 4-3 lead. Allard up high to Johansson. Johansson trying to glide down, and he's knocked off the puck. Puck comes free. Arvidsson trying to skate out of the corner. He can't. Kaba now with it for Detroit. Puck knocked away there. Allard picked it up and reverses it to Alexanderson, now to Costa. Marshall will enter the zone. Cade Marshall tried to get it across to Allard, and it was intercepted. Markov trying to glide through. He's met at the red line. Alexanderson will flip in for Toronto. Brock being watched there by Marshall. He's hit into the boards. Marshall in front to Costa. He scores! So what a pass from the boards by Cade Marshall. Sets up DJ Costa, who's had a great early part of the season here as a third liner on that second power play unit. He buries it past Anders Falk, and just like that, we are all square at 2 here in the third. 5 minutes into the third period. Costa trying to get it out of the zone. It will just exit. Toivonen almost brought it back in, thinking he kept it, but no, he thinks better of it, brings it back out. Ignatov gets it ticked away, and then Toivonen puts it just wide. So now it's that important time right after you score a goal. Can you hold that momentum that you just gained? Because you know that other team's going to be coming hot and heavy to respond after the goal you just scored. Puck loose in the corner. Svensson will have it. He'll get it up to Fetisov. And if you're Toronto, it's got to be about clear and clean exits. You know Detroit wants to get in on that forecheck and try to break you there. Costa tried to go short side, and he was denied. Then hit hard there by Brock behind the net. Brock able to pick up the loose puck and gets it ahead to Kovalenko. Top line out there for Detroit. Kovalenko will be hammered into the boards. Thibault tried to take it away. And now down low, Ristolainen puck hops on top of the net. And now it finally will fall to the ice, where Lackinen will have it. Tried to get it in front. Ignatov, shot goes wide. Svensson with it. He'll kick it to the corner, where it'll be picked up by Thibault. Thibault to the red line, now to Medved. Medved hammered there, now long cross ice to Cousins. On his backhand, couldn't get a shot away. Cousins watching over Skadachenko, and now he'll be able to clear it up to Lackinen. Lackinen trying to cut to the middle, puck is loose. Blocker saved there by the Lotus as the puck weakly came on net. He'll be able to get on top of that and hold it there. 11:22 left here in the third. Just one game coming up tomorrow on a Thursday night. It is the Thursday night, the opening night of the NFL season, National Football League. So the scheduling committee has decided to not have many games on that night, just so people can watch that NFL opening night game between the Eagles and the Cowboys. But we will have one game, and it will be New York and Boston. So the Empire will be at the Yachts on a good Thursday night, and then a few more games coming up Friday night, which we'll talk about a little later. But just one game coming up tomorrow. So stay up and enjoy this game, because it's a good one coming down the stretch. The final 10 minutes here in the third period, all knotted up at 2 between the two top teams in the league right now. Olsen Alexanderson now to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi to the middle, over to Jeremiah. Shot denied there by Fall. And he was obliterated by Ovaskadachenko, couldn't pick up the rebound. Hammered there was Markov at the Detroit bench. He'll continue to carry with it. Markov still with it. Gets it to the middle to Horn, who's bumped off the puck there by Olsen. Good hit by Leif Olsen. Try to clear it there. It's loose there at the Toronto bench, and now it's Johansson able to pick it up. He'll advance to Arvidsson. Arvidsson loses the puck to Allard, and now Marshall with it. Over to Arvidsson. Marshall going to the net. Oh, and the loose puck there just hopped up in the air. If it would have stayed more on the ice, Marshall had all that territory there to try to poke one through. Marshall did get an assist on the Costa play, so he does have a point there. So his pointless drought does come to an end. You can tell a little weight off his shoulder after a few games of not producing for his team. Arvidsson denied there by Falk. Against his shoulder there. A little over 8 minutes left here in the third period. A great game coming down the stretch here at RBC Center in Toronto. I am Les Talk with you. Happy to be with you on a great Wednesday night of PIHANA hockey. Marshall now against Martelli. Martelli able to win it back. Brock will have it. Brock tried to get it up ahead, and now Marshall will take. Marshall kicks it behind the Detroit net, where Carolinen will pick it up for Detroit. Nadov hit into the boards there. Toivonen being watched. And now Johansson will flip it in. Carolinen with it. Carolinen over to Ignatov, up to Toivonen. Toivonen goes cross ice to Martelli. Martelli, he's in. Denied by Belotis. And now Toivonen with a chance, and it was stopped there. Allard gets to the red line. He will flip it in. Carolinen watched by Arvidsson. Now Brock watched by Arvidsson as well. Martelli able to clear that with a good pass as he takes the hit and makes a play. Carolinen along the near boards to the trailer. Brock with a chance, and it's deflected to the corner to the near side. Lacking into Ignatov to Brock. Brock down the slot, blocked by Johansson. And now Arvidsson with it. Walter Arvidsson advances to Allard. Allard will enter the zone. Gets it sticked away for a second. Lane Allard still with a chance. And there's going to be a penalty. It looks like Cade Marshall going to be guilty of a trip there. Kovalenko now across the blue line. Kovalenko bumped off the puck. Brock will have it. One-timer, and it was touched there by Alexanderson to get the call. So he has a trip there on Cade Marshall, so he gets the point. The assist on the Costa goal. Then takes a possibly costly penalty here. With just over 5 minutes left here. So big penalty kill here for Toronto. Big opportunity for the Trappers. 5:06 left here in the third. 2-minute minor on Cade Marshall. Ward over to Kaba, to Toivonen, to Martelli. Can't get a shot through. Puck is loose there where Sigurdsson will pick it up, and he'll go off the glass and out. Horn to Kaba. Kaba up ahead to Toivonen. Toivonen with a shot blockered away by Belotis. Comes to the far corner where Medved will pick it up, and he'll backhand it out. 40 seconds gone here on the power play. Down to 4:20 left here in the third. And the shot there, and Belotis able to deny it. Ward behind the net, in front. Oh, and a glove stop by Belotis on Martelli. A lot of room there that Belotis gave up, but he denies Jay Ward on the opportunity. Face off now, Kawaguchi against Ristolainen. Kawaguchi able to win it. Not normally a penalty killer. Kawaguchi out here now. See if they can just get some offense maybe. Kaba being watched there by Kawaguchi. Kaba will be able to skate away. Advances to Ristolainen. Ristolainen across the blue line. Will continue. Gets to the middle. Ristolainen kicked out by Belotis, and he will hold right there. Puck might have been deflected on its way in, as Ristolainen looked like he had that far post picked for his spot, and it was denied by Belotis. Jeremiah now against Helm. Again, a not usual penalty kill unit, but Jeremiah out there to take a draw. Unable to win it. Lackinen. Another kick save by Belotis, and he'll hold right there. 3:35 left here in the third. Helm against Costa now. Big face-off here to the left of Belotis. Face-off will be taken by Toronto, and then a tripping call there. So now a penalty on Detroit. See if Toronto, they're going to try to just kill the rest of this power play. And then Helm will finally touch that up. I couldn't see who it was on. Was it Helm that did trip Johansson? It is. So Dayton Helm now will head to the box. We'll have a 4-on-4 for a short amount of time, and then it's Toronto power play to see if they can get the lead here in regulation. Again, both teams currently sit at the top position. Right now, Detroit up 4 points on Chicago, Toronto 3 points on Montreal. So any points that either team is able to get here tonight, helpful to extend those leads that they currently have. Svensson now, as it will be a Toronto power play for 1:40 now. Olsen with the puck, gets it up ahead to Marshall. Marshall stops at the dots and then turns it over there. Lackinen able to clear that one. 1:20 now left on the power play and 2:38 left in the period. Kawaguchi on the attack, gets it sticked away by Jacobson. Good stick there by Valentin Jacobson. Lackinen pressed to the boards there. Kawaguchi trying to dig it out. Kawaguchi goes back in to try to dig it out. It'll come into the Detroit zone where Kawaguchi will pick it up. He'll get to the front of the net and denied there by Falk. Tried to sneak that 5-hole, it looked like. The puck is sent all the way down. First one on it will be Lackinen. Will be pressed to the boards there by a couple of Royals and Arvidsson away. And then a trip there. So Lackinen now going to be guilty of a trip. So the two assistant captains having an AA meeting there. Lackinen with the trip there on Arvidsson. So now a golden opportunity for the Royals here. Without a power play goal yet tonight. But one here could just put them over the edge and get them the win here tonight. Faceoff will be won by Detroit, but puck kept in by Kawaguchi. And then Kawaguchi's going to trip Carolinen. So a very messy final bit of this game, as Kawaguchi's going to be guilty of the trip there. So again, we've had stretches of this game that have been very clean and very continuous, and then stretches of this game where it's felt really clunky and like there is no rhythm to this game. And right now is one of those times. 1:45 though left in the game here. Faceoff will be won by Arvidsson. Kick back to Thibault. Thibault able to advance to Jeremiah. It's a 4-on-3 for Toronto, and they'll have a 3-on-2 here. Arvidsson in front, denied by Falk as Oviskatchenko had it taken away by Arvidsson. 1:26 left here in the third. So now Cousins against Markov in the dot. Tied up there. Puck comes to the far boards where Oviskatchenko will pick it up to Markov, and they'll get it out. It will be 4-on-4 for basically the rest of the game at this point. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 1:05 now, and there's just a minute left in the period. Thibault with a chance. Glove by Falk, and he will hold right there. So 55 seconds left here in the period. Nearing overtime here between these two great teams, sitting 2-2. Costa against Helm. Costa wins it back. Go over to Johansson, now to Ostergaard, to the point to Svensson. Svensson walks down, goes to the corner, the defenseman in deep. Now Costa with it behind the cage. Goes up high to Johansson. He'll try to get it over to Svensson and was deflected. Costa with a chance and is denied by Falk. Falk will keep play going. Kaba gets it ahead to Kovalenko. Cross ice to Oviskadachenko. Oviskadachenko into the zone, over to Helm. Helm loses the puck there to Costa. They'll battle for it, and Costa able to clear the zone over to Svensson. 23 seconds left here in the third. Svensson tie game 2-2. Detroit and Toronto. Johansson with a shot denied there. Ostergaard on the backhand denied by Falk. No hold right there. 17.1 left in the period. 22 seconds of 4-on-4 time. Again, I think it's going to be about 10 seconds, somewhere around there, of power play time for Detroit if this game gets to overtime and if we have to get that far. Arvidsson with a chance, glove by Falk, and he'll hold that one. 12.6 now. So Arvidsson will slowly get back to his skates, and it looks like he'll head right to the bench. Nope, he'll just get a new bucket and come back to the center ice for a drop against Horn. Horn able to win that one back. Kaba on the attack. Loses the puck for a second. Oviskadachenko now able to clear, and that one will be offside. So are we going to come... Where's this face-off going to be? It will be just outside the Toronto zone. I wasn't sure if they would send it all the way down into the Detroit zone. That would be quite a play there. Puck there with 1 second. Shot, glove by Belotis, and that will do it. So the horn will sound as these teams have not settled anything through 60 minutes. Costa with the game tire right there. Lister and pass Falk. It'll send us to the menu, and we'll just basically skip that and get right to the action here from Toronto. So overtime here. Arvidsson against Helm. Again, they have two players in the box. Lackinen for Detroit and Kawaguchi for Toronto. So now a quick little 10-second 4-on-3 for Detroit with an opportunity. Denied there. Puck comes free. And now out of the box is Kawaguchi on a bit of a break. Tries to drag through Oviskadachenko. Stops. Loses the puck. Arvidsson will get it on the near boards. Met there by Lackinen. Puck will be kicked up the boards where Jeremiah will have it. He'll flip it back to Kawaguchi. Now Jeremiah with a chance. Denied there. Comes loosely on net. And now Kovalenko will take it. Kovalenko sticked away there. Svensson with it. Svensson trying to get it out of the zone. He'll get inside the zone, try to flip it across, and it'll be picked off. Lackinen now up ahead. 3:30 left. Lackinen with a chance. Sticked aside there by Belotis. Kovalenko, Horn, Alexanderson, and Kawaguchi all battle there. It's kicked free to Kaba, then intercepted. Kawaguchi on it to Alexanderson. 3 minutes now in overtime. Alexanderson in front to Jeremiah and can't get the one-timer away. Jeremiah in the corner, met there by Lackinen. Puck still loose. They'll continue to dig away at it, and Kovalenko will have it. Kovalenko along the near boards, being watched by Johansson. Shot gets blocked by Johansson, goes to the corner. Puck is free there. They'll continue to battle. Johansson kicks it up the boards where Horn will have it. He'll go up to Kaba. To Kovalenko, he scores! So Detroit does get the two-game sweep here of Toronto with an overtime winner by Yevgeny Kovalenko. So he gets the game winner here tonight, his second of the game. And he just fires it right past the toe of Zigmars Belotis to get the win here for Detroit. So we'll see the replay here. Puck dug off the boards, flip back to the point. A little bit of a screen there. Couldn't tell. I think it was Costa screening his goaltender there. There was Jeremiah's opportunity that didn't get on net. And then here, the Kovalenko goal right there. Actually goes right between the legs of Johansson, it was. So right between the legs. As we're just going to head right into our post-game coverage. Thank you for joining us, folks. I am Les Talk. Happy to be with you here from Toronto, where the Detroit Trappers get an overtime win over the Toronto Royals here tonight. We take a look at the shots on net. 37 for Detroit, so they far outweigh Toronto with only 27 here tonight. Hits go in favor of Detroit, 31-26. And face-offs go in favor of Detroit, so it kind of feels like Toronto lucky to salvage a point out of this game, as it feels like they were outplayed by the Trappers here. The Trappers now find themselves just 2 points back of Toronto for that league lead in points. Power plays, Toronto unable to capitalize on that power play they had at the end of the third period. They go 0 of 3 here tonight. Detroit going 1 of 4 with Jay Ward getting the power play goal in the second period. Take a peek at our individual stats now. 2 points for Kaba and Horn, both coming on assists, and then Kovalenko with the 2 goals and the game winner in overtime. Single points for Helm, Ristolainen, and Ward tonight. So no points for Obuskadachenko, Lackinen, Thornburg, Brock, Jacobson, Toivonen, Markov, Tiketovic, Koi, Ignatov, Karolainen, and Martelli. Take a look at our shots leaders. Kovalenko leading the way with 7, followed by Lackinen and Thornburg right behind at 6, and then 4 for Ristolainen and Ward. Take a look at our hits leaders. 11 for Vladimir Obuskadachenko, Kaba with 4, and then Victor Tiketovic with 3. Anders Falk faces 27 shots here tonight, comes up with 25 saves for a 926 save percentage, so very well done out of him. He does get the overtime win here tonight as the consistent play from him. Now let's see if he can kind of turn things around after he had a bit of an inconsistent stretch there for a bit. Now to the Royals. A lot of single point getters. Kawaguchi and Costa with the 2 goals, and then Jeremiah, Olsen, and Marshall with the assists here today. So no points for Tebow, Alexanderson, Johansson, Fetisov, Arvidsson, Svensson, Medved, Cousins, Allard, Ostergaard, Sigurdsson, Bowman, and Long. Now the shots leaders, again, not a ton of shots on net, but Jeremiah and Arvidsson with 4 each. 3 for Kawaguchi, Costa, and Tebow as well. And then our hits leaders, it is the 2 normal suspects, Alexanderson with 7, Johansson with 6, and then Leif Olsen with 5 as well. The goaltending, another good start from Zigmars Balotis. Unfortunately, comes away with the OTL tonight. 37 shots faced, comes up with 34 saves for a 919 save percentage. A very good game, again, out of the best goaltender so far through the month of August. See if he can continue that into the month of September, his first start this month. So now to some of the goals from tonight, see what we can see. So let's say first period didn't have anything. Second period, we'll get to see the Kawaguchi goal here. This puck delivered in front. So that was how Toronto was able to kind of beat Falk here tonight. It was pucks coming from the boards to the middle, and then a quick little one-timer there as they were able to beat him, and firing at the far post from where Falk is coming from. That's how they were able to beat him here tonight, as we'll see Kawaguchi just sort of fade to that high slot, and then almost a little chip past Anders Falk to beat him there, and then Jay Ward, the power play goal that was able to beat Balotis here on the loose puck, and it just sort of trickles through the 5-hole there as Ward looked like was more trying to get turned to shoot it on his forehand, but instead it just sort of trickles through. Oh, excuse me, Zigmars Balotis right there. Then in the third period, DJ Costa with a big goal. Here again on the one-timer. Again, sent from the boards, from the perimeter, and then Costa out in front. The puck was loose there. Marshall to Costa, and then beats him to that far post. Does Costa on Falk. And then the game winner here tonight, Yevgeny Kovalenko with a good opportunity. Goes between the legs of Johannes Johansson as he's trying to block that puck. And Balotis a little out of position, doesn't get across to that far post well enough. Couldn't kick that one out as Kovalenko beats him there. So that's going to do it for our coverage here from the RBC Center in Toronto. Another great game here tonight between the 2 top teams as Detroit goes 2-0 against Toronto in this little home-at-home session with the first win 4-3, and then tonight a 3-2 overtime victory. So 2 one-goal games go in favor of the Trappers here. This will be it for our Wednesday night coverage. Thank you for joining us. Again, we have 1 game coming up tomorrow night. New York will be at Boston, our lone game on a Thursday night of PIHANA hockey. So thank you so much for joining us. I am Les Talk here from Toronto. We will see you tomorrow night from Boston, Massachusetts.